Hey everyone, it's Mike Andes, and you're listening to The Landscape Business Course, and today the background is red because we are doing a reaction video to Brian's lawn maintenance. If you haven't watched Brian, you should subscribe. I've done one video on him before. I know that this is going to add some value in terms of about your equipment. So let's jump into this video. If you haven't watched already, Brian made a video last week about a ZeroTurn of his that he put the lug nuts on the tires incorrectly and it messed it up, and he had to go get them fixed. I think he had said it was like $650 mistake. Let's see what it actually ended up being and what it really cost him. Let's jump into it.
What's up, guys? All right, another day in paradise here. It's actually Monday afternoon, and I'm about to run up here to Weingart's. I just pulled in, about to go pick up the X-Mark Laser Z that we dropped off last week, Thursday, Friday. So a lot of you guys wanted to hear what the final result was. I'm going to go grab the bill here, but Brad, shout out to you, Brad. I know Brad watches the videos. He's the service manager up here, one of the service managers up here. Brad texted me, said $850. $850 for those. It was the damage track, this tire, and then the drum with the four the bolts that the tire goes on. So here's the deal. I'm a little frustrated in general, not because of the expense or the tire or the rim, although that is the frustrating part. It's funny, like I wanted to. This goes all the way back to 4 months. If you guys remember in like March, that I put the tires on my own, right? My friend Sawyer came and helped, and I'm like, yeah, like, dude, we can do this thing. It's just changing 2 tires. It's just changing 2 wheels out. Like, it can't be that hard to do. And I know a lot of like my haters, my biggest fans, my haters, they're like, oh, he's not very mechanically inclined, or like he has this stuff always going to Weingart's, and you hear the rumblings. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yes, I do. So I was like, you know what, this time I'm going to put the Tractus tires on. X-Mark did provide them. I was very, very thankful for that.
Good job, X-Mark. Keep giving Brian stuff. It's very smart. Very good. All right, but let's talk about this. I'm the same way in terms of, like, I am not mechanically inclined. Brian is probably 10 times more mechanically inclined than I am. And the bottom line is, like, running a great business does not have to do with one part of your business, especially out in the field. Like if you aren't the best at mechanics, you can still run a great lawn care business. If you're even not the best at, say, marketing, you can still run a great lawn care business. It's about knowing your weaknesses. And then, like, for example, Brian takes stuff to Weingart's. I take our stuff to Carl's Mower, where they fix a bunch of stuff. And yeah, it costs us money. And we try to fix the smaller stuff. We have some mechanically inclined employees that fix stuff. But just realize what your weaknesses are, and it's totally fine to use people that are better at things than you. And so if your weakness is marketing, have someone build your website. Oh yeah, like lawn care web design, lawncarewebdesign.com. No, but just like if there's things in your business that you're weak at, just be self-aware enough to realize what they are, and then have someone else cover your mistakes, hire out those positions. And you're going to see, like Brian's talking about here, he made a big mistake because he tried to do something he maybe wasn't super comfortable with, or was out of his line of expertise. And that's when you get into trouble. And so, yeah, I'm way worse, Brian. Don't worry about it.
We didn't really have anything else going on, right? Because it was COVID. So I had all of March off, all of April, and I'm like, you know what? I can go buy a $50 little automotive style jack. We can pop up the back axle of the mower, right? And we can go and install those 2 tires on my own. Well, I thought I was going to. I thought I did a good job. I thought we did a good job. And apparently we didn't. Apparently the lug nuts that I put them on backwards. In fact, I was reading a bunch of you guys' comments on that other video. Some of you guys said, been there, done that. 20-cent mistake can cost $600. A couple of you guys actually have already also done that. A couple of you guys said to drill 4 new holes, like machine drill, like a CNC, like a drill press. Make 4 new lug spots for the new wheel. I thought that was a good idea. Maybe salvage the rim. But I read all your guys' comments, and again, I wanted to be the hero here and do my own maintenance and put on my own tires. I didn't think I could really mess that one up, man. But the best comment that I saw was, hey, man, at least you're honest. At least you own it. And at least, you realize it was your mistake. And he goes, somebody said that was a really rare thing to see nowadays from a lot of like lawn care YouTubers, But yeah, dude, I messed up. I'm a little bummed out, bro. It's $650 for the Tractus tire, $850 or so out the door. So I'm gonna go pick that up. Let's go jump inside, see what's new, and it is what it is. Let's go check it out. I want to go see what the mistake was, see if I can help you guys out. A little PSA, so you guys know what not to do next time, and we'll see what it kind of looks like once it's all done.
Okay, so let me stop here and just say this is kind of why one of my arguments against zero turns is they're really expensive to fix. Now, if you haven't watched other videos about zero turns where I give a more balanced view here, don't comment about me making our employees use push mowers and I'm abusing them and all the rest of it. Let's be very clear. If your business makes more money, you can give more money to the employees. Like at Augusta Lawn Care, we have a profit sharing program and pay for performance, and that's paid for because we were really efficient and we don't have a bunch of zero turns and massive amounts of equipment. We were very lean and we use 30-inch mowers. Now, I know that on big properties, you're not going to be able to get away without having zero turns. And for a lot of you, if you have quarter acre, half acre lots that you're consistently mowing, yes, you're going to have to use a zero turn. But if you're doing small 5,000, 6,000 square feet or less properties mowing, you can easily get away with a trailerless setup with just a push mower. And you can get a lot of those for the same price as getting a very expensive setup. And so one of the things that leads me to this conclusion is that zero turns are expensive to fix. One tire is going to cost him $850. If a 30X, an X Mark 30-inch mower, or some people use a Toro Time Master 30-inch, if something breaks on that thing and it's more than like $100, I'd be surprised. Like the whole engine probably costs $1,000. And so I just see time and time again people spending thousands of dollars every year on tires and brakes, and they have issues with spindles and the belts and all the other stuff that goes into a zero turn. Not against those things, but when you start having that, and then we have to have bagging in our market, so we got to have an $1,800 plus tax, usually about $2,200 with installation, $2,300 with tax, $2,300 out the door for a bagging system on a zero turn. Like, you're looking at $12,000 for an entry-level commercial zero turn. And then you're going to be spending thousands of dollars each year on maintenance. Like, literally, the maintenance per year on a zero turn, if you're not mechanically inclined and you're taking it to a place like I do or Brian does here, you're looking at like the cost of having a 30-inch mower. Like a 30-inch mower, the whole thing is $2,500. So if you spend that every single year on maintenance on the zero turn, it basically means you could buy a new 30-inch every single year. And so I'm not making any, saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that if you have small properties, you don't need a big setup, a big trailer with 3 52-inch mowers and stand-ons and sit-downs and all the rest of it. Like, you can get away with a trailerless setup, definitely, if you don't bag, and you can get away with push mowers if you are in a market where you have small neighborhoods. And so just something to think about when it comes to maintenance and repairs.
All right, fam. Check this out. All right, so here's where we're at. What an interesting couple of last few minutes. So here is the brake drum that the brake pads clamp onto, right? Here is the new Tractus tire. By the way, I'm in love. Hey, Cisco! We'll see you. You're on the vlog, bro. All right. See? We'll see you, man. See, all you guys are fans, man. Cisco came up here. I don't know Cisco, but he was like, dude, I watch the videos. Cisco, you're in the video, bro. Thumbs up, man. Come on. All right. That's what it's all about, man. Whatever. All right. So this right here is on the inside of the rim, right? So Brad was just up here. Again, shout out to Brad. Brad said what we did is we installed the lug nuts backwards, man. So what happened was, it's supposed to be acorn in. They're on now correctly. What I did is I put it on like this. I thought they would go flat on the bolt here. That is not the case. All right, so the little acorn side goes on first. And so what happened is these bolts, they kind of lock into the backside here, little hole, little divot, and we sheared off 2 of them, like straight up off the drum. So the Tractus tire was $650. The new drum was like 100 something. Brad was saying.
A lot of people have asked me, should you switch to the no air tires like these ones here? I think they're really awesome. A tire that gets flat on a zero turn or any tire is annoying, really annoying. I would not pay to switch out your tires if your tires don't need changed already. Like if you have 100 or 200 hours on your mower, don't go buy, don't go spend $1,200 on getting these tires that have no air in them. Don't do that. Wait till they wear out or they pop or they shred or something like this happens if you're going to do the upgrade. But we've never used them. They're a little bit more expensive, but I do see the value in them. I really, really do, because downtime is the worst thing in the world, and you also don't want to pay or have like spare tires in every single truck and trailer that's mowing. So if you're going to have zero turns, you're going to have these big mowers. Cool to have them, really good thing to have them, because you don't want downtime. Even if you have spares at your shop, it's just not worth downtime. Guys driving 30 minutes, a whole crew kind of ruins their day. I really like these Airless tires, and I just wouldn't recommend switching out your regular tires for these tires if you don't have bald tires and you've put 1,000+ hours on that zero turn, or you've shredded the tire, something crazy's happened and you got to switch them out anyways. That's the only time I would switch them out.
I don't know. I just text Brad my credit card at this point. $850 later, dude. Over 4.25 washers, bro, or 4.25 lug nuts. So acorn side in really quick. So see this right here? Acorn side in when you're tightening on things. And you guys can see how it's flat now. Pretty flush there. So, all right, man. Well, I know some of you guys also were saying, why don't we just put the other tires back on there or whatever. Look, I got to be honest with you guys. I really like the Trackless tires. They're dope. We got one, so it's a stupid hit, man. Last year was the axles on the trailer. This year, apparently, it's the one Trackless tire. And I was thinking, like, just the other day, like, it was like mid-August, right? Like, we haven't had any issues just yet. Things are going great. And then $850, $900 hit. So
personally, I probably would have used the old tires and popped it on to save the $850. I think I would have done that. Like, hey, lesson learned, made the mistake. We already got these new tires because it sounded like he only has like 100 hours on this machine. I would have put the other tires on, but hey, he got them originally free from Exmark. That's awesome. Exmark should be sending him this one for free too, in my opinion, because he does great branding for them. But in general, I would say if I had a mower that had basically brand new tires as backups, I probably wouldn't go spend $850 to get one tire replaced to keep it as having the air-free ones. Just one point of view. I know some people are so big into these type of tires, and it is such a big deal for them. That's fine. I get it. Especially if you're solo and having your mower down means you make no revenue, it's probably a good thing to have those type of tires so that a nail does not put you out of business for a day or two.
So, all right, thumbs up this video. Again, I was trying to do my own maintenance, try to be the hero, and I was like, what's the worst that can happen? I'll just change the tires. It can't be that big of a deal. And then imagine this. Now here's the thought that I'm really thankful didn't happen was, imagine if I was stuck on my 3 acres and the whole freaking wheel just sheared off, just popped off. You want to talk about raising the stakes on that one?
Yeah, that's true. Like when it comes to equipment maintenance, it's something you do not want to do yourself if you're not confident, because it can lead to a lot of worse injuries for you, your employees, etc. And so sometimes you are just going to have to be willing to pay for it. And like I said at the very beginning, it's okay to have weaknesses, things you're not good at. Just make sure that you're recognizing that and you're willing to pay other people to cover those weaknesses, whether you hire them, whether you service out things like equipment or service out things like your advertising or service out other parts of your business that you're not good at. That's totally fine. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean you're worth less than other people or you're not a good operator. That has nothing to do with it. Be self-aware, know what you're good at, and pay someone else to do these mistakes. Put $4 worth of work into the mower instead of $850. But I hope something was said today that was helpful about mowers and about these bigger pieces of equipment. They do cost maintenance. They do cost repairs. And it's something you need to take into account when you buy them. All right? Don't think that you're going to buy this $12,000 machine just like everything's hunky-dory. Maybe for the first 6 months, maybe something like that. But even after 100 hours with 90% of tread left on those tires, he had an issue. Same thing that can happen with spindles and brakes and all the rest of the things that go into a ZeroTurn. There's a lot of moving parts, and it can be expensive. Like stuff happens. You hit a stump, you can literally mess up a lot of stuff. A rebar stake coming out of the ground, big expense. So keep that in mind when you're buying equipment, and keep it in mind if you're in the balances of whether or not you should be using bigger equipment, if you can scale it back in terms of size, or using a push mower on just your smaller properties. Not a bad option if you have a route or 2 routes in your business that you can use a trailerless setup that just has a push mower. And again, I'd highly recommend trailerless setups for anyone that doesn't have to bag clippings. Get a mow and go ramp or a trailerramp.com. Both of those great options for you not to have to lug the big trailer around. Even if you do have a ZeroTurn, we in our market, we have to bag clippings. We have to leave the bed of the truck open. So we do a push mower on the back on a cargo carrier. So without any further delay, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting landscapebusinesscourse.com. Check it out. Go become a member. And I promise you the P for P software is fantastic. It'll really help your business, as well as lawn care web design. I'll see you there. Until next time, be great. If nothing else pays.